I'm at home today in my sewing studio and it's a Friday, which means it's my sewing day, so I don't have work and I've got a few things to do here and then I'm going to go over to the studio and I'm working on a couple of projects and I thought I'd take you along with me on a little vlog. The first thing I need to do is tidy up in here because it's honestly a mess. I've really neglected it since having the other studio. So I'm going to do some tidying and then I've got a pattern to cut out, which I'll tell you about, and a few projects that I'm working on that you might get a sneak peek at, and then we'll head to the studio. So let's start with some tidying. So this is my home studio and the state of the mess. I've got all my patterns over here on the floor. There's patterns here, patterns over there. And yeah, these are all from the painters collection. So when I was doing all of the tests. And then this alcove's always a mess. I never know what to do with it. But I think I'm going to start off by tidying up this desk space. And then I might hit that alcove. And then I'll show you some of these makes because they're really cool. So it's funny what you do find when you're tidying up. So this is my Esme wig and glasses that we wore at my them do before the wedding. And we all dressed up as Esme and walked around Manchester, which was fun. So that can go with the drag stuff. And I've got 3 painter's totes that I've made up out of this denim and canvas with little labels on. And I think I might put these on the website as limited drops. So let me know what you think. Would you get one? It's feeling a lot tidier. I mean, I could do with folding the fabric, but I'm not going to do that today. I've tidied up the desk, organised all my brother embroidery stuff down there. I probably do need to sort those patterns out at some point, but I don't think that's for today. I've done enough tidying to get onto sewing, but I thought I'd show you my look. So if you don't know, this is Team Rocket. So this is an outfit I've made for Halloween, and I've got some red stones and I'm going to stone the R. They should be coming today, so that'll give me something to do next week in the evening. And then you might have seen on Instagram, I've been making this dress, which is kind of inspired by a Skipperelli dress. It's double corseted, so there's 2 corsets in that construction. And then I've been playing around with this taffeta in terms of draping it, and it's going to take a lot of hand stitching. And all of this gorgeous fabric is from Minerva. So that's what I've been working on at home alongside the Halloween outfit. And I've got to make Jesus's as well. So my plan today is a painter's smock. So I'm going to be cutting out a size in this. I think I'm going to do the size 5. That's about a size 14. And I've got some fabric that I want to do a version of the painter's smock in, and then I'm going to do that as a limited drop as well. So I'm going to cut out the pattern, and then I am waiting for a delivery today of matching overlocking thread, which I can thread up on my Brother Airflow, which is super exciting because it's really quick. And then I think once I've cut out the pieces and overlocked everything, I'm going to head to the studio because I've got workshops all weekend. And I need to take some stuff over and set them up. So I've not touched a sewing machine yet, but it's not even 10 o'clock and I feel like I've done loads already. So my overlocker thread just arrived. It's in the colour Kiwi, which I thought would match this Minerva fabric really well. So I've got this like lime green gingham that I'm going to use for the cuffs, the collar and the front and back tops of the dress, of the smock dress. And then I'm going to do the body and sleeves in this chiffon, which I think will look really nice. And you could layer this over like a vest top and jeans, something that would be really perfect for kind of end of summer into autumn. So yeah, I'm really excited to make this. I absolutely hate taping pattern pieces together. I hate cutting them out as well. It's like my least favourite part of sewing. I should invest in an AO printer, but obviously they are ridiculously expensive. And I don't have one at work that I can borrow either. But I have seen that Tony from the Bee has been playing with projectors. So I could get a projector and try that. Let me know if you've used projectors for sewing patterns, because that could be really cool as well. I've certainly got some space in here, maybe the other studio, that I could put it on the ceiling. I know a lot of people do kind of what they're sewing type vlogs, and I don't know if I'm that organised to know so far in advance what I want to work on. I really kind of get inspired by patterns, or if I'm on Pinterest or looking at kind of the runway shows, and that's what really inspires me to make. So if I see something that I love, then that's what I want to kind of create, whether it is, you know, an existing pattern or something that I can make myself, you know, even for myself or for other people. So I don't tend to plan so much. Where I do plan though is when I've got occasions, like an event or Halloween. I honestly start thinking about my Halloween outfit as soon as Halloween finishes. So last year I did Beetlejuice, and as soon as that was over I was like, right, I want to do a Pokemon character. So I did have to think of different ones. I was thinking maybe Misty would be quite cool, one of the gym leaders. I could go as a Pokemon, but I settled on Team Rocket, so I'm going as Jessie from Team Rocket. And the stones have come, so that's what I'm going to be doing. One of my evenings in the week is I'll probably just put on something on Netflix, maybe a Pokemon episode, and do some stoning. Threading this overlocker is a dream. You have to just kind of do your bobbins like you normally do, and then you can put the loose threads into the hole here, pull some slack onto the thread, and it shoots out and it appears here, and that's all threaded. I have all my pieces overlocked and ready to sew up, but it's such a nice day that I'm thinking I might get one of the electric scooters in Manchester and head into the Northern Quarter, because I need to get some bits from Abercans, my local fabric shop, and then I'm going to head to the studio for a bit of sewing. But I think I might cut today fairly short, depending on how hot it is, because I think I want to get in the sun as well, especially with some workshops this weekend. So I'll check back in when we get to the studio, and we'll see how much we can get done. It's far too hot for sewing and I've done some, but I think it's time to go and enjoy the sun. So I'm going to leave the vlog here and I will see you next week.